Hey Sean, how are you?
Good, bro.
Thank you for taking the time with Skyrock. You know Skyrock is your home.
Much respect, man. Salute to Skyrock.
How does it feel to be back on stage performing live after some time away in Paris? What emotions are you experiencing right now? I want to know.
Well, full energy and full enjoyment, you know.
Yeah.
Paris has always been a great center of an amazing territory. France, for me. France has always been, from ever since my first songs come over here, feel a big energy from France. So, you know, even going to different territories like Martinique or Tahiti,
yes.
you know what I mean, Quebec and Montreal, these are all places that France kind of have the civilization there and thing. And big up to France civilization.
Yes.
The whole I want to rate me, I love it.
In Lyon next week, that was good?
Yeah,
that was amazing.
Vibes.
Looking back, you have enormous impact on dancehall, on reggae, on pop music worldwide. How does it feel to know you've influenced so many artists and so many fans across generations?
Oh, it feels good to know.
Yeah.
Feel good to know that the hard work, you know, it's a lot of time in studio, a lot of time conceptualizing what songs or shows or videos look like. It's a lot of hard work, and then to actually know that people kind of appreciate that vibe, it's a good feeling.
What does it mean to you personally to have left such a huge mark on the music industry, the name Sean Paul?
I mean, can't ask for more, you know? Yeah, I mean, years and years you struggle through, and then you become popular and everybody have you as like, yo, this is the dude. You know, he's a magic man.
Yeah.
But really, you're just a human being. And so I have a lot of gratitude at this point that people revere my work to that level, man. And so that I have helped to, you know, put dancehall on a certain part of the map, that I've helped to, you know, progress the sound of how music must sound, you know, modern day music. Feels good to know that people check it out, man.
You work with some of the biggest names in the music, like Beyonce, Rihanna, Sia, Dua Lipa, Jason, a lot of people. How did some of these iconic collabs come together, and which one surprised you the most or pushed your creativity the furthest?
Honestly, most of them, when I do collab, I like it to be organic. I like for people, if you like the song or me, I don't want to force anything.
Yeah.
So all of them have mostly been for people to ask me to do songs with them. The Beyonce song did come on both our albums, but she's the one approached me.
Yeah.
I think out of the ones that you mentioned, with Keisha Cole is probably the only, and Dua Lipa,
of course,
are the only two that I asked them, could you do a song for me? Yeah. But you know, just I think it matches, you know, me and some girl songs and singing about clubbing or romance or, you know, just love. Yeah, good vibe.
How do you see the current state of music, especially with the evolution of dancehall and urban genres today? What do you feel about that?
Love that dancehall music has helped to spawn so much different inspiration throughout music, throughout the world. From reggaeton to how Afrobeat sounds now, just pop world. That's an amazing thing. And for a little dot of an island to produce so much different forms of popular music. Like reggae is very popular. Ska is also a strong music from us. And dancehall is huge. So it feels good to be one of the persons that helped to carry it to other territories. But I just have to say, you know, big up to everybody who taught me and everybody who supports the whole movement of what dancehall is. You know, sometimes we are very huge. Like back in the days of Shabba Ranks and Super Cat, Mad Cabra.
Yes.
They were very visible on an international stage. And then, you know, there's years where there's still great artists, but it's not as internationally seen.
Of course.
And so I've been fortunate to be one of those who have been on the top of being seen internationally, doing dancehall music especially. So yeah.
Congratulations for that. Take your far, Shabs. Before we wrap up, I've got something fun for you. I'm going to pass you my phone real quick, okay? And I've got some of your biggest classics lineup.
Yeah.
And I need short reaction. You ready for that?
Yeah, man.
Okay. That's the number one.
Yeah, give me the light. mad something. I like the scene they started on to the girl like crawling. Yeah.
Give me the light.
Oh man, you know, amazing time in my life. You know, I was going clubbing a lot in the New York area and things like that, and literally somebody called me and said, I have a rhythm, and I had heard the rhythm before. He gave me on a cassette, so on a CD. So I told him $1,000 for advance.
Wow.
Right? And he was like, no, I only got $800. And I was like, all right, can't do the song then. And so I went and did some shows in New York. And when I came back, something happened to my car. So I called him and I said, yo, you still have the $800? And he said, yeah. I said, I'm coming for it. So he said, okay, cool. So I'm driving down there, and I'm just thinking, what am I gonna sing on this track? And I sing what happened in the club last week. I'm in the club, looking at the ladies, I'm like, bottles of Mo being popped and I'm smoking. And so it was a true view of my party last week that I had in the club. People just loved it, and I never expected it to be. I thought it was just, you know, me spitting a song. I'm big up to, you know, everybody who loves it, because tell the honest truth, I didn't think it was gonna be as big of an impact that it was as it was. I mean, there's been other weed songs and party songs in Jamaican culture, but I think at the time I just perfectly with the rhythm and the timing of how things were, kind of came to say, big up the weed and let's party with it and stuff like that. So it was awesome. It's a historic kind of song for me.
I love that story. Another one?
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah. Get busy. Fire though. Yeah, man. So big up. So that one now, I remember the video being in cold. It was in Canada.
Yeah.
Freezing.
Yeah.
The director, Little X, he was like, yo, we're gonna go show them a basement party. That's kind of like how when Caribbean kids come to Canada, they can't go to the clubs because first of all, they're not of the age. Second, it's too expensive and stuff like that. And they have basement parties. And to me, I was like, yeah, that's like backyard parties at home. You know, we're too young to go to a club, but we still want to dance and we want to socialize with ladies. And instead of going to like a bowling alley or something like that, we have backyard parties. And so that's what the song was about. Just feeling free and doing anything you want to call it, oscillate your hip and don't take pity. Like, just go at it, do it. And so, big up to Lenky. The video reflected exactly how a lot of Caribbean people partied and felt. So, yeah, Lenky is the producer of the track. And I just have to say, to the younger generation, things that you think is just normal to you can be huge to other people. And so it was just, like I was like, oh, we're gonna show a basement party. Okay, cool. I didn't think it was gonna pop off the way it did. So just telling the younger generation, just, you know, believe in what you have. It's your life to show to the world. Yeah. And that's what we did, and it became huge.
Wow. Another one.
Hey. Bum, 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 bum. Classics.
Classic.
Yeah, right. So yeah, big up Alton Ellis. He's the producer and first singer of that. This is a remake. A lot of people might not know. I remade the song with Sasha.
Yeah.
Simply being that, you know, at that time in Jamaica, you know, reggae is a huge music worldwide, but in Jamaica, the kids were only listening to dancehall. It became that popular. I just thought it was a way to connect my parents' generation with my generation. That song now became big on the charts, you know, after reggae wasn't so internationally on charts. You know, it was internationally listened to and loved, but it wasn't that charted music anymore. Yeah. And so that kind of helped it to push it back in. And I felt proud of that because reggae is such a great rebellion music. And for it to not be on charts is something I don't understand. Why the world owners always have reggae on charts. You know, big up to the people who love it and support it year round. And yeah, big tune of respect. Hey. Yeah, so this is Give It Up To Me. This song is having a resurgence now in streams and in videos being shot. You know, and I'm just loving that. Big appreciation to this generation showing love. That song, me and Keisha Cole, as I spoke about earlier, is something that I conceptualized from the beginning, saying I'm doing good songs with other artists like, you know, Blue Cantrell, Sasha, Beyonce, and I'm like, let me cook up my own piece of magic. And when we wrote this song, both me and my brother play music in this production, and then we decided, I think Keisha Cole is awesome, and we went to ask her to do it. And she was apprehensive at first because she'd never done something more than her R&B. And we were telling her that in our world, this kind of track is a dancehall track, but it's more R&B oriented. And I just did the song with Beyonce a few years ago, and it's working, so let's do it. And she took the chance. Love her music from before, but now this is like a piece of history for me to kind of say to the world. It was our production, it was our conceptualized idea, and so much of the world to love it. It feels like a big accomplishment. You know?
2 more songs.
Hey! Big song in France here.
Yeah, she doesn't mind. It was huge on Skyrock in France.
And so, you know, she doesn't mind. A song I was singing in falsetto. Never thought I would be singing this falsetto. You know, woman no wanna bait, them no go feel violent, and songs like you know, Get Busy, they're all monotone and low. So, girl, I got you so high. That's like crazy. You know, it was a chance I was taking. I become so popular that I wanted to do more stuff oriented to a pop side of the thing and see where it took me. You know, it's been very well received worldwide, and especially in a place like France, so I can't wait to do it on a show. A good look still, much respect.
The last one.
Hey! Yes, I
love this one.
Respect. Got to Love You. About the same time period as She Doesn't Mind. About 2012-ish.
2012,
You know, as I said, I had accomplished so much things from the year 2000. With Deport Them, I just started to come up to, you know, being Mr. Gimme the Light and the song with Beyonce. And then Temperature, #1 song in the earth. You know, I was just trying something new that could expand the music. And especially at that time, 2012, a lot of the world had kind of, you know, loved dancehall, but moved their attention to dance music. Dance music was becoming popular and more pop things. And so those 2 songs, the last 2 that you picked, was more that oriented for me, to try bridge the gap between those spaces, the pop world, which I was now included in, and also the dancehall world. So big up to the producers of Stargate, big up to them.
And I'm finished with this one, okay?
Yeah. Hey, #1 dog. Hey. Yeah, man, one of my favorite ways to kind of perform is that song.
Yeah.
Good vibes. People just get up and they love it. They play at weddings, they play in the club, they play at bars, they play at the football game.
It's an anthem.
Basketball game, it's one of them things that we call warning anthem, you know? So, appreciate the fans for helping me to get there, man. I mean, without you, I could be singing that in my bathroom. So, but enough love.
Chanter, thank you so much, and good luck for tonight.
Thank you, I appreciate it. And also I remind everybody, look out for the Big Bad song with Stark Ashley. It's a song called Ready for the Ride. Stark Ashley, boom, Bashley, oh, Gashley. Sean Paul, enough love and respect. You see? Salute.
Salute.